I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah, I believe most of us have felt this at some point, but for Fannie Lou Hamer, it was not just a feeling, this was her life. Fannie Lou Townsend Hamer is one of the most powerful examples in U.S. history of an ordinary person transforming into a national political force. She began life as a poor Mississippi sharecropper, yet her courage and moral clarity shook the foundations of American politics during the Civil Rights era. For decades, she lived and worked on Mississippi plantations with her husband, Perry "Pap" Hamer. Yet one thing made her unusual in that world. Fannie Lou could not only read and write, but she also served as the plantation timekeeper, a role that helped sharpen her ability to communicate with various groups of people. What is a plantation timekeeper? For all of us that did not know, a plantation timekeeper is the person who recorded how many hours you worked, how many crops you picked, the official record keeper that determined how much you were paid for your labor and time. Think about that. This was done manually, but not by you, by someone else. And no, you did not get to confirm their record with your own. Besides, most sharecroppers could not read and understand math. So basically, they earned what their employers said they were due. Due to the system's reputation for manipulating figures and underreporting work, Fannie Lou served as a trusted timekeeper, a role that was known for keeping the workers in a state of perpetual debt. But before Fannie Lou became a voting rights activist, something was stolen from her. In 1961, she went into a hospital for what she believed was a minor procedure. While she was under anesthesia, a doctor performed a surgery that left her unable to have children. She did not consent to it. She was not told it would happen. And it wasn't until after the procedure that she learned her ability to have children had been taken from her. And it wasn't just her. Across the South, poor Black women were being sterilized without their knowledge or permission, a practice so common it had a name, a Mississippi appendectomy. Think about that. Before she ever stood in front of a nation, before she ever demanded the right to vote, the system had already made a decision about her body, for her. Sound familiar? The following year, in 1962, when Fannie Lou attended a civil rights meeting, she learned Black Americans had a constitutional right to vote. She immediately tried to register, and the consequences came swift and severe. She failed the discriminatory voter test the first time. Then, when the plantation owner learned she had tried to vote, she was fired and evicted from the plantation where she had lived for years. Instead of backing down, she joined the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, and began organizing voter registration drives. In 1963, Fannie Lou was arrested in Winona, Mississippi, and beaten brutally in jail by police and inmates. The beating left permanent injuries, including kidney damage and a blood clot in her eye. Instead of silencing her, the violence strengthened her resolve. Her voice remained plain-spoken, spiritual, and fierce, and it would become one of the most powerful moral voices of the civil rights movement. That defining moment came in 1964 at the 1964 Democratic National Convention. She testified before the Credentials Committee about the violence Black voters faced in Mississippi. Her words were broadcast nationally. Is this America, where we have to sleep with our telephones off the hooks because our lives be threatened daily? Her testimony was so powerful that President Lyndon Johnson attempted to interrupt the broadcast with a press conference. But television networks later aired her testimony in full, and the nation heard her story. For many Americans, that moment exposed the brutality of Jim Crow to the entire country, and then to the world. In the 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union weren't just competing over weapons. They were competing over who was morally right. The U.S. claimed freedom and democracy. The Soviet Union pointed to racism and said, "Your democracy is a lie." Now back to Fannie Lou's defining televised moment when she spoke of being fired, evicted from her home, jailed, and even almost beaten to death just for trying to vote. After her speech was televised nationally, it was picked up by international media. So instead of just a first-person account about political repression, the world saw the truth America was trying to hide. And that's what made Fannie Lou Hamer dangerous. Not because she had power, not because she had wealth, but because she told the truth, plainly, clearly. She didn't create the violence, she didn't create the injustice, she revealed it. And once people saw it, they couldn't unsee it. That's what changed everything. Not comfort, not silence, not ignorance, the truth. The same truth that made people uncomfortable then is the same truth that still makes people uncomfortable now. Because when you really listen to Fannie Lou Hamer, she's not just talking about her time. She's asking a question that still echoes. What does it mean to live in a democracy if some people have to fight just to be seen as human within it? And maybe that's why her words still hit so hard today. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Not just a quote, not just a moment in history, a reality. One that forced a nation to look at itself and ask, what are we going to do?